Hello, my name is James Chester. That is me standing right there in the video. And during the making of this video, I am a student studying a Bachelor of Commerce with a major of marketing at Macquarie University. So far throughout my degree, my favourite subjects have included integrated marketing communications and marketing strategy. Upon completing my degree, I would like to enter the advertisement industry. Ideally, working for a dedicated advertising company or within a marketing team for a big product or brand. Integrated marketing, communications, and marketing strategy both reflect my desired occupation the best so far. They both taught the importance of marketing, explaining how it is the lifeblood of a company, while further explaining how to do it effectively, strategically, and consistently. But we're not just here to talk exclusively about me and my university odyssey so far. We're also here to discuss ethical philosophy. Ethics provide moral guidelines that govern a person or a company's behavior. There are three main ethical theories that are used today in modern business. The first being consequentialism. This theory suggests the best action is the one that results in the best possible outcome. A subgenre of consequentialism is utilitarianism, which recommends the action that results in the best possible outcome for the greatest amount of people. To provide an example of consequentialism, think of the act of disposing rubbish. In theory, you could just dispose your rubbish into the river, polluting the water, killing fish, and maybe even killing some humans as well. However, using consequentialism as a guideline and choosing the action that brings the greatest amount of good, we may find that recycling is the best decision, as it effectively disposes of our rubbish, it doesn't harm any stakeholders, and it doesn't waste the Earth's limited resources. The second theory is deontological theory. This theory focuses on the act itself and doesn't take into consideration the product of the act, like what consequentialism does. It also suggests that some acts are morally obligated as they are people's duties. To provide a controversial example of this theory, pretend that you are poor and starving, and as you walk past a big chain supermarket, you see a delicious looking apple completely unattended. There is absolutely no one around. Consequentialism would probably suggest that stealing the apple and eating it would be the best decision to do, because you are starving and the big chain supermarket probably wouldn't notice the missing sales from a single apple. Deontological theory, however, suggests that you leave the apple completely alone and continue to starve, because the act of stealing is morally wrong and everyone has the obligation to follow the law. The last main theory is virtue ethics. In contrast to the other two theories, this theory focuses on the character doing the act, and it suggests that the act that a virtuous person would make is the best act to commit. An example of a virtuous person may be someone like Martin Luther King or the Dalai Lama. A more modern example of a virtuous person may be someone like Bill Gates or Elon Musk. However, the most classic example of virtue ethics is in the age-old question, what would Jesus do? I was raised by my English grandfather, who taught me the essential British mannerisms and values as a youth. Among those values was the importance of rules and following them. Rules provide order, control, and functionality. A lack of rules leads to chaos, disarray, and inability to function. On this principle, I find ethics to be incredibly intrinsic for modern business. There are a lot of large businesses that possess an extraordinary amount of power and wealth. They have the power to leave bigger and more positive footprints on the world than entire governments in some cases. When I enter the world of business, I'm going to consider all three ethical theories for every decision I make. I'm going to ensure that I and my business act responsibly and morally. I'm going to leave my own positive footprint.